Hi, a question for you. How long can we keep a fish out of water? And it's a very debatable subject. Now, I've looked online and I can't really find much information to tell us truthfully how long we can keep a fish out of water. Some people say, 3 or 4 minutes, others 10. And sometimes they say, fish can be out of water for hours. But it all depends what type of fish they are. Now, some of you may have had some experiences out there with unhooking fish, and I wonder whether you can give a few comments if you had a fish out of water a long time. Now, I'll tell you a little story. And it's about 50 years old. Me and my father used to do a lot of pike fishing when I was like 14 years old, 15, 16, and we used to use live bait in them days, don't now. But my dad made a trap, a wire mesh trap, about 1 metre long, and used to tie some bread in it and used to chuck it in an old horse pond up near a farm. And one time he caught about 200 rudd in there. Well, anyway, we went one morning, about 7 o'clock in the morning, to go and get the trap, what has been in overnight, emptied it out, load of rudd, and we only took what we needed to go fishing. So this is, like I say, 7 o'clock in the morning. And then we put the trap in the boot of the car, and that's where it stayed for the time being. And as we thought, as I thought, should I say, there's no rudd in there, because the rudd used to be about 3 or 4 inches long. Anyway, later on in that day, we went out and we stopped off somewhere, and this was about midday, and I went in the boot of the car for something, and as I was rummaging about, I just saw something move in the mesh of this trap. And what was it? It was a stickleback. Now, this stickleback, must have been about so long. Yeah, and I just saw the gill move on it. And that was sort of lying sort of near a very small bit of silkweed. And I thought, what? The gills are still working. That little stickleback had been in the boot of the car for 5 hours, which is unreal. I never believe a fish could last that long. Anyhow, I got the little stickleback out of the car, and we happened to be near a stream. And I took it to the stream, and I held it for about a minute, upright, so it could get its gills working properly. So after about a minute to 2 minutes, that little stickleback swam off, went to the weed, and then swam off further upstream. I could not believe it. And my dad was stunned as well. And all that, one side of the fish was uncovered, and the other side was just touching the smallest piece of silkweed. 5 hours had been in there. So, how long can a pike be out of water? So, I'm not saying it's going to be out of water for 5 hours, but the thing is, perhaps fish can be out of water longer than we think. And I think the most important thing is that perhaps we should douse water over our fish if we are doing a bit of surgery. Like, sometimes a pike can be difficult to unhook, and especially if somebody happened to gut hook a pike, deep hooked pike, and so you could be out of the water for a little while. So perhaps we shouldn't panic too much. I don't know, but if we douse the fish with water, open the gills, pour some water in there with a bowl or something, then perhaps that helps the fish. But anyhow, I'd like to hear your views out there, and you know, some of you might have said, we had our fish out ages and that was alright, but I'm curious to know how long really we could keep a pike out of water, or any fish for that matter, without doing any damage to the fish, or with it not having brain damage or whatever. But every fish I've ever put back, perhaps has been out of the water a little while, they always seem to swim away or okay. So yeah, think about that. Amazing, 5 hours that little old thing had been out of water. Unreal. But I'd like to hear your comments, and I'll tell you another story sometime. Okay, thanks for watching. Right, bye.